You know, there's one thing I hate about society more than magicians and magic tricks. It's the banning of plastic straws. We got it in our heads somehow that we're going to save the planet by not using plastic straws. So instead, what do we use as an alternative? I don't know, maybe metal straws. Have you ever used a metal straw? Have you ever put a metal straw in your mouth and accidentally chipped your tooth like a fucking idiot? So today's card trick is going to be a little bit interesting. So of course in my boomer timeline, I'm going to be posting this particularly meme-tastic card trick much later than the actual life of the meme itself, which probably died around June of this year. So I'm going to be showing you guys a little bit of an interesting card trick, but it does use one of my favorite moves of all time, which no doubt you have seen me explain on this channel probably 1,000 times. Let's just get into the trick. I think we should just get into it and stop the blabbing. This is a great card trick if you like the progressive stack. Are you a progressive liberal? Well, you're going to love this card trick. You're going to love this card trick because it represents all genders and equality. Are you a cis white male? You need to leave right now. Gender neutral, non-binary, gender fluid. This is a trick for the stack, for the progressive stack. So for this, the spectator picks any card they want. Let's say they happen to pick this one because, well, they can. They're living in a free country and they're not subjected to the fascist economies of a different country where they're given and told what to say and what to do. So because of that, they're allowed to pick the 10 of hearts here. And they remember this card for as long as they live because this card is going to be cut into the middle of the deck. But here's where the magic starts, because by wiggling our fingers above the deck, this is how most of you magicians look like. This is how most of you magicians look like. This is what you do. You have people do some weird magical thing that's irrelevant to the actual trick, but you have them snap their fingers and they feel like an idiot. They feel stupid. People don't believe in this. But in this case, if we wiggle our fingers above the deck, we actually have a card that appears in the middle of the deck. Oh, it's an Uno card. It's an Uno card. That's a little bit interesting, don't you say? I'll tell you what, I'm not going to show you what this card is yet, but I want you to take it and insert it into the middle of the deck. This is kind of weird. Usually, I don't have manifestations like this take place in front of other people. But I guess this time, I managed to manifest an Uno card. This is kind of an odd situation. You're going to stick it anywhere you want, sir. Go ahead, right there. Perfect. Now, believe it or not, this card is actually very special because this is actually the reverse card. You see this? If you're familiar with popular memes, you will know that this means that, well, now the situations are reversed. Whereas you asked me to show you a card trick, you're really showing me a card trick. Because you inserted this card anywhere you wanted in the deck. You could have put it in absolutely anywhere you wanted, but you put it in right next to your card, the 10 of hearts. So therefore you are now the magician, and you are subjected to a life of anxiety, depression, and social isolation. So this trick is sponsored by the Pigcake Magic Academy. If you guys don't know what a Pigcake Magic Academy is, it's the Magic Academy where everything's taking place. Everyone's giving it rave reviews. $5 a month gets you 2 videos every single week going over card stuff, going over coin stuff, going over pretty much everything. Over 200 videos already. Probably more than that. Probably 300 videos already uploaded there, which you get access to the moment you sign up. You get card stuff, you get coin stuff from a beginner all the way to expert level stuff. You get some easy stuff on how to hold a deck, and even expert level stuff on how to do fancy mixes and cuts, and doing all these advanced sleight of hand moves. So if you want to solidify your virginity, just hit up the link in the description below, and you too can be the life of the party and or the subject of extreme social isolation. So check it out. Don't regret it, and you'll be supporting this guy. And Lord knows I need a lot of support. So for this trick, you're going to need 2 things. You're going to need a deck of Bing Wangs. So that's the first thing. You need a deck of Bing Wangs. You don't need any other deck. And you need the Uno card. You need the Uno card that's the reverse, because then you're going to say, hey, you're going to show me a trick and it's going to be in reverse. So you usually expect me to show you a trick. No, bitch, you're going to do the trick for me, because that's how we do things. That's what the meme says. That's what all the kids are doing, right? So I should do it too, because the kids are doing it. So that's where you need the Uno card, and that card goes in the bottom of the deck. So then there you go. Now what you do here is that you make sure that you cover the front border of the cards, because you don't want this to happen. That's kind of prematurely going to ruin the trick. So you want to make sure that your hand here is covering that even when you spread, so they don't see anything prematurely. So you're going to have them touch any card they want with their dirty, disgusting progressive stack fingers. And in this case, it's going to be the 9 of clubs. That card is going to go on top of the deck, and you're going to swing cut this card into the middle of the deck. That's it. That's all you're going to do to be ready for this trick. And that's pretty much most of the work you're going to be doing. Just a cut, and then the prophecy move. One of my favorite moves, the Bill Simon prophecy move. Bill Simon, if you were still around, I would probably have you sit on my face. But not before you make the card appear. So at this point, you're going to make the Uno card appear. You're going to just wiggle your fingers on top of the deck. Do whatever it is that these kids magicians like to do. Apart from touching kids. You're going to have them wiggle their fingers. And now you have an appearance of a card. In this case, the appearance is of an Uno card. But I know what you're thinking. What, huh? Why'd you have the card cut in the middle? Well, now it's so easy to do the prophecy move, because all you got to do is cut this card to the top, and guess what? That's your control. That's your little bit of a control. You don't need to control the card, because in the action of showing the appearance and manifestation of the Uno card, like your Satya Sai Baba, all right before he makes necklaces appear and molest kids, you could do the same with this card. Only it's not a necklace, it's an Uno card. So here, you're not going to show them what the Uno card is, but in cutting it to the top, you have now actually controlled their card to the top of the deck with no move whatsoever. So that's an interesting little tidbit here. You're going to have them insert the card anywhere they want in the deck, so you could either riffle through, or you could just have them shove it in there forcibly, and wherever it is they want, that's where you're going to spread the cards, and here you're going to do the prophecy move. Here's where it's going to take place. So take a deep breath, all right? Take a shower. Put on deodorant, because this is where the prophecy move is going to be done. So what you're going to do is you're going to spread through wherever they stuck the card in, with consent or without consent, depending on what country you live in. You're going to turn your right hand palm down, and with your thumb, you're going to grab that card. So that's all you're going to do. You're going to turn your right hand palm down, and you're going to grab that card with your thumb. The next step is you're going to turn your palm face up. Their eyes are going to be attracted to this card because it's the first time they see it. You don't want to show that card prematurely, so that when you actually do this little turnover move, their eyes are drawn on that card, and they're not going to pay attention to the next move, which is you grabbing this left-handed stack and putting it on top. So to the spectator, it should just look like you've turned this card from a face-down position to a face-up position. Really, you secretly cut the deck. You have secretly cut the deck while showing them the card. But they don't know that, because they're... So that's all the move. That's it. You're just turning this card face up, and you're putting this on top. So at speed, it just looks like this. You're showing the card, but of course this card is the reverse card. So the reverse card, which means that, well, I'm no longer showing you a card trick. You're now showing me a card trick. And actually, you already did, even though you don't know it. But in this case, all you have to do now is spread through to this card over here, which is the card directly next to it, and you could show that the spectator has managed to find their own card, even though they could have stuck this card anywhere they wanted. So that's a nice little bit of a trick. And as a bonus, you get to carry this card on you. There's a fun card to carry on your person, because, well, imagine somebody says, hey, you owe me money, and then you bust this card out, and you go, hey, guess what, buddy? You owe me money. You owe me money, so take that. Or you get pulled over, right? You put this in your little wallet. You get pulled over by the cops. The cop says, hey, license and registrations. You're black. And you go, that's funny. Haha, you're getting me with the, you're going to beat me up, right? Well, guess what? Now I'm going to beat you up, because that's what this card tells me. That's what this card allows me to do under the Articles of Confederation. I'm a free inhabitant. I'm a free inhabitant. So therefore, this card allows me to reverse whatever it is that you're going to do. So, there you go. So it's a fun card to carry on you. Imagine you're getting groceries as well. They say, hey, that's gonna be $13.95, and then you go, haha, that's actually gonna be $13.95. Thank you very much. So that's the trick. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Very simple prophecy move. One of my favorite moves. You're doing the Bill Simon prophecy move. You're just doing a little bit of a move, and you're carrying the Uno card, which is just a novelty in itself. So I like that. You appear. You make the card appear. Right. That's one. Depending on your personality, you could really stretch that out. You could really stretch it out like it's your butt in the game closet with your uncle where you found the Uno cards. And that's pretty much the trick. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys for doing all the things that people do. I really do appreciate it. And I just want to say, stay frosty, man. Stay frosty. I'm going to go figure out different ways to use a memory card to remember what it's like to actually have a family.